Every Sunday
for 60 minutes.
We
We
are
are
free.
free.
Sharing passion.
Pushing
We
the
are
limits.
pushing the limits.
This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
From the twists and turns of mighty Mount Panorama to the cold green pastures of Donington Park, from the sizzling heat of Valencia to the famous Brickyard at Indianapolis, reaching an unforgettable climax at the notorious green hell of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, it's time for Season 3 of the 2024 New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Join us live on Twitch, Sundays at 8 PM Eastern. Drivers, start your engines. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? It's round 4, it's Valencia, and I'm gonna remember to unmute myself in the Discord so others can hear what I'm saying. It is round 4, Valencia. We've had 2 weeks off, and it's spicy hot here, and as always, I'm joined by Chris Turner and Phil Melwy, Whelp Cakes. How are you guys? How you doing this evening?
2 weeks off. Milo needs a new calendar.
What did I say?
You said 2 weeks off.
It was 2 weeks off, right?
We had 1 weekend off.
Yeah, but like 2 weeks have expired since the last race.
I mean, it's not completely 2 weeks, because,
13 days.
yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It's close enough.
Actually, it's only been 13 days.
Good lord.
I'm adjusting my glasses intensely right now.
Yes, as the numbers nerd, Welch should be all over this.
Yep. Actually, 13 days.
There you go. Well,
Alright.
I mean, we're back. We are back, and we are at Spicy Hot Valencia. It is currently qualifying, and we are staring at somebody's car in the pit lane. Let's go to the track, where we're down to 2 splits, guys. This is a big day in the history of New World Sim Racing.
Down to 2 splits. No initiates?
No more, everybody has been placed. Anybody who has not done a race yet, theoretically has been dropped from the series, because, you know, if you haven't raced in the first 3, we just kind of cut you. So yeah, we are a 2-party system. We've adjusted the timing, so it should be 21 minutes of qualifying. So 11 minutes for silver, and then 10 minutes for gold.
Yeah, this is a big day, man. Like, this is the first time the series, either as the GT3 Sprint Series or the Pint Series, as it was always called before, it's the first time it's been a 2-quali affair. 2 splits, silver and gold, or grey and white, if you want to be really technical, seeing as I got pulled up on the whole 2-week thing. But yes, it's good stuff, and so far Landon Wall in the Honda has done a 31.7, which is rapid for these temps, I can tell you.
Yeah, I have not seen a lot of Hondas finish races at Valencia because I typically watch Nick at Valencia in the Honda, and it's usually an Alta F4 occasion. So I'm interested to see how many of those we have today.
Yeah, so track limits plays a large part here, Welp, would you say?
Oh yeah. Looking forward to that. That's going to be interesting to see if we can get a Deadpool started on how many DTs you're going to get allocated for this race session. But
yeah, the Honda's looking strong out there so far. Carter, Landon, both in the 31s. Nick Cahoot is the highest non-Honda at the moment, currently sitting third, tentatively. But yeah, this is good stuff, man. I quite like Valencia. I like driving it. Casting it, I'm sure we've done a Valencia, but it's been a while.
I think I have maybe called one race at Valencia, maybe two. Like, it hasn't been very many. It's just one of those tracks that never really got a lot of love in series that I was a part of because of the track limits being such a pain. But you guys are bringing it. You guys are bringing it to my eyeballs, and I love you for it. So.
We have several arriving drivers tonight. I'm pretty sure, and then we also have several people that have been practicing hardcore for this. So, what was that Discord noise? Did you guys hear that?
I did not.
Somebody stopped watching something? I don't know.
Oh, I might have started watching Chris's stream.
Oh, okay. Just making sure I hadn't lost something, or
No,
you know.
You good?
See Ryan Cody out there currently a 33.7. I believe till yesterday he'd never even driven a lap of Valencia. So Ryan out there doing what he can in the Nissan GTR.
Here you go, Well, we got a 10-minute poll going on how many DTs we're gonna have today.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So, get your points in, your fake internet points.
I'm gonna go 1 to 2.
I think 7+ is too high, but I'll go 5 to 6.
I think this is just a poll. This is just a vote. There's no points involved here.
It's the internet and it's competitive. There's always points on the line.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
I'm definitely excited to be casting a race with you guys here because I think seeing the grid the size that it is, which you guys always tend to bring the big boy grids. Very interested to see the side-by-side action in a track like this. It's very technical in nature, and yeah, I think we're going to see some side-by-side action in some key corners, and I'm really excited to see how it all shakes out and how the competition between the classes also kind of shakes out.
There you go. I'm an idiot. I did a poll instead of a prediction, so there's a prediction.
Roger that. Sounds
So you can do poll or prediction.
Oh,
excellent.
Well, I'm gonna predict 5+, and I'm gonna put. And here's the thing: I'm gonna put all my points on the line. I've been watching you guys for a long time. Can you guess how many points I have to offer?
130,000.
I have 176 points. I don't know why I have so few, but whatever.
Will Watch is not logged in.
No, I usually watch logged in on whatever device, so I don't know why I have 176 points. But I put all 176 on the line. Well, actually, it says 186 spent, so 186 points are on the line.
Watch out, big spender.
Yeah, that's right.
Big spender indeed. Ryan Cody up just 1.3 seconds, so gets himself into the lower 32s, which I think he'll be happy he's on the board there. Moffat as well in the Mustang. He's got a 33.2 and he is up, going around the last corner. He's going to lose time, though, coming out of that last corner. So the exit wasn't quite as good as he hoped. He'll get a little bit of a jump, but not quite enough. So the silver split.
I don't think Ryan was happy with his lap because he put his car into the wall.
Oh, he did? Oh, God.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate.
Before that, I was watching this man when we were talking about predictions and whatnot. Victor Leishi is a 32.3 out there in the Lambo. Good to see Victor racing tonight. And the silver split looking a little thin this evening. We have 27 drivers in the lobby, so a decent sized grid for Valencia. But if anyone else is signed up for the series and wants to join, please get on in here. You've got 11 minutes to arrive and drive. We should catch up with chat a little bit because I didn't do that at all. Jaden, see you in there. Hodges, how are you? Little Biddy, which I believe is Austin. Good to see you. We got resubs from Turner. 32 months, Turner, from yourself.
Yeah.
Nice. Jaden as well. 18 months, coming in with the 18 months there, contributing to Faris's Lambo savings. Myself, 37 months in there. Unbelievable.
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex. Joby as well, coming in with 18 months. You love to see it.
Ooh, Buff is about to pick up a full second here. And probably jump to P6? Yeah, P6. So
P6
jumps
for
Joey
Victor.
Melitti.
A 32 flat for Victor, really good there. Is we were asked for a close-up of his livery. That's as good as you're going to get for now. Assuming that is his livery and that's not just what I'm showing.
So we also still do not have replay cam, correct?
Replay cam is still broken. I can show yours as a full screen, but I cannot split them. We need our tech chief to come back.
Help Ferris, we're helpless.
I did
Kyle
look
Heslin's
into
about
it.
to gain 2/10. He's going to jump to P2.
Indeed. Yes, was
2,000ths of a second faster than Landon Wall.
yeah, 31.620 for Heslin in the GTR. Dave Miller, he was up a couple of tenths, but unfortunately has led that off in Sector 3 so far. In the Rocket League Racing BMW M4. And he's going to dive into the pits. So as we pretty much at the end of silver.
So, Ryan in Twitch chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad does it suck out there on the track right now?
So shout out to Carter, whose car is got a Mustang inside it right now in game. But Carter Bezbaroka with the pole in the silver split. So nice going, Carter. Yeah, Miller, Blaine in chat there. Altrit, how are you, Blaine? Yeah, Miller is indeed in a BMW this season. The custom Rocket League livery.
The big snoot.
So the trending story for this week is the Ford camp has been abandoned by their leader, Mike Jackson, who made a change to the Ferrari.
Oh, Mike's gone back to the Ferrari. Yes, he has. Number 63, Mike Jackson, crowd favorite. Out there in the Ferrari.
Does that mean that my hopes and dreams of Ford podiums are gone now?
I don't think so. Depends on which
yeah.
podium we're talking about.
I mean, you've got Robertson, Beveridge in gold, and you've got Moffat in silver. So, yeah, you got to cheer them on. But yeah, Mike Jackson back out there in the Ferrari. Interesting. That's the first I'd heard of that right now. As a live exclusive for me.
Mike Jackson and the Ferrari, though. Name a better duo.
Name a more iconic duo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The one thing I will say about him going back to the Ferrari, though, hope he doesn't have the traditional Mike Jackson bad luck in that Ferrari, because I've seen him really
why
quick
he's-
and yeah.
That's why he's getting out of the Ford. Maybe the Ford is bad luck.
I'm pretty sure he was in the Ferrari last season, but we wish him all the best, regardless of car choice.
Absolutely.
We do have number 44 joining the grid for the first time this season, Peter Hutchings
Ah, yes, he is alive.
in the Audi. So him and Colbig, the two Audis on the grid. And good to see Hutch out there. His first round 4, first round he's been able to join us for this season.
Shout out to Hutch's wife for letting him come out and play today.
That's right.
I mean, I've missed him for so long.
And this man has been one of the people to beat so far this season. Rados out there in the Honda, and he did a 30.3. So fast laps.
So-
These are fast laps for the temps, I think.
Also, for the first time this season, Mr. Greg Billingsley is also here. So Carter's mom and dad are both on track.
Yeah, Billingsley is out there, as you say, also in a Honda.
As
Roped
he
in.
invalidates.
He did. Did he have a choice in the car, or was he voluntold?
I believe this was another poor bet that was made. You know, Joey, Rados, Carter, Greg, they all, for some reason, bet each other. And it always includes suffering of some sort.
Gotcha.
Because Greg is an iRacing main. So he is suffering here today in a Honda, no less.
Nick Mosley crosses the line, gets his first valid lap in. It's a 31.6, and that's good enough for 9th on the grid right now. Some blistering laps being set. Right now, Rados is a second clear of the field, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, a 30.1. I don't know what a good lap here is, but I'm assuming it's a high 29. low 30.
Pre LFM Bop and all those days, it was a 31. I guess now it's a 29 in today's ACC/LFM Bop 30s. I think that might be a really, really rapid lap though. A 30, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's pumping out 29s, but crazy lap time right there.
Especially for this heat that we've got going on.
Yeah, it does not seem to be affecting people that much. Barrett out there in the Nissan GTR at the moment with a 32.2. So looking at the grids, the highest GTR out there is Heslin with a 31.6. Looks like the GTR might be a handful here in these temps.
I mean, the GTR is a handful anywhere.
True.
It doesn't like to turn as it is, and then if you melt the tires, it really doesn't want to turn.
We don't have a track map for Valencia in the system either, by the way. That's definitely Faris's fault, not mine.
Greg Billingsley,
Yeah, up a
second
second.
out of the final corner, and he's got the toe from Jovi.
He's going to go second with a 30.8. Fantastic lap from Billingsley.
I mean, a great lap, but still almost 7/10 down to Rados.
Yeah, crazy. The I do have some corner names available, and for anyone that speaks Spanish fluently, I'm going to apologize for my butchering of the pronunciation during tonight's broadcast. Well, do you happen to know the corner names here?
I have the racing circuits info pulled up.
Okay.
Valencia is one of the tracks that I know kind of like the least about, but I think there are definitely some fun corners in particular that are really worth calling out. I think. So yeah, I think you and I both will be butchering the Spanish pronunciation of most of these corner names quite well. So I'm looking forward to that. That embarrassment pleases me greatly.
Indeed. I'm looking at Barrett into Sector 3 right now, up 3.5 tenths and climbing. as he heads towards the final corner, which is Curva A Campos, according to my information. We'll just call it Campos then.
Yeah, there's a Campos at Barcelona as well.
Barrett, fourth fastest, so forget what I said about the GTR. 31.2 for Barrett. What a great lap.
That is a good one.
So the multi-tap boys who put on a show in our previous race at Donington, currently sitting 5th and 6th, with their teammate Bruno in P7. So 3 multi-tap guys, 5, 6, 7.
That should make for a fun start. If it stays like that, Galbinski, Daha, and Castaldini, all with the same livery, as you can see, 2 Ferraris. Galbinski, however, did just... Barrett is now splitting 2 of the multi-tap boys. With about a minute left in quali.
Fun fact, so Billingsley, 23.407 in Sector 3, and then Castaldini in the Bentley, 23.407 in Sector 3 as well. So definitely got some pace difference between the top 7. It's kind of all over the map, and that's kind of cool. So it's going to be interesting to see that these cars have strengths in different places on track, and we get to see some really good battles, probably because of that.
Mike Jackson joins the group in the 30s with a 30.992. So a great lap from Mike. Can he keep Rados as well? By the way, we didn't talk about this. Rados is into the 29s with a 29.9. What a... I believe the term the kids use is Giga Chad.
He is... he's cracked.
He is definitely showing the field his riz, as the youngins would say.
Yeah, okay.
But he's not Brat. Let's be clear
my
on
God.
that.
Sorry, I love this shot. One beautiful camera angle that Kunos added to Valencia is this, as German gives us a lovely crash into the wall at turn 1. They give us a great camera shot of the straight, like down towards turn 1, looking back up the straight, and it's a beautiful shot when you got a lot of cars coming down there. Really like that one. So kudos to Kunos for that, but because we do give them a hard time quite a lot for some of the other camera angles that they stick us with.
Like at Bathurst, where it pans through the mountain?
Yeah, just through the mountain, along the wall, and such. Yeah, Robertson up a tiny amount, currently sitting P14.
What's the command to add ballast to Rados' car?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I mean, /kick 82.
yeah.
I'm just going to disqualify him from qualifying and make him start from the back.
Last to first challenge accepted. Quali is, in fact, done. Chris, let me know when you're in position for the grid walk when that comes around. And we'll spin through the 29 drivers. So we're up 2 on last check, which is great. Rados back in the pits, and he is, way out in front. Great lap from Rados, it has to be said. And Carter mixing it up with the golds in the Honda. I mean, he is in the Rados training camp, right? So Carter with a 31.3. 3 drivers in the 30s. And then what do we have? 4th through 17th in the 31s. That could make for some really spicy racing.
Yeah. I think also with the nature of the track, we've definitely got some corners that have some really big corner entries. Lots of welcoming runoff on corner exit. Going to be some good side-by-side action, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, turn 1 in particular, massive runoff at turn 1, so you do get to run pretty wide there, so I expect to see quite a few side-by-sides of varying sorts at turn 1. And this should be a good one, guys. I'm excited. Hot Valencia. Lane wishes the entire grid good luck. Blaine, you didn't want to arrive and drive this series. I know your work schedule is in charge. All right, Chris, you ready?
No. You asked me to tell you when I'm ready, and I haven't told you that I was ready, have I?
This is true.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm switching to Chris's cam. This is through Discord, so quality will be a little different. But anyway, here you go. Tonight's grid. Rados on pole position in the Honda alongside him. Billingsley also in the Honda on row 1. Mike Jackson in P3 in the Ferrari with Daha alongside him, also in the Ferrari. Galbinski in P5 in the Ferrari. Barrett in the Nissan GTR P6. Bruno Castaldini in the Bentley at 7, with Carter Besbroker in the Silver Split at P8 in the Honda. Moses in the Aston at 9, German in the Ferrari at 10, Mosley in the Ferrari at 11, Hessen in the GTR at 12, Landon Moore in the Honda at 13, with Robertson in the Mustang at 14, Carl Big at 15 in the Audi tonight, with Nick Cahoot at 16 in the Aston Martin, Beveridge in the Mustang at 17, Hutch first race this season in the Audi, Victor in the Lambo at 19, Savage at 20 in the Aston, Moffat in the Mustang at 21, with Joey Melidi in the Honda at 22, Ryan Cody in the Nissan at 23, Lukey in the Porsche at 24, Miller in the Beamer at 25, Hopkins 26 in the McLaren, Heish in the Honda at 27, Wall in the Honda at 28, and Rick similarly in the Honda at 29. That's the grid for Valencia. I made one error, but who's counting? And yeah, there you go. That is it. Valencia. Let's do this.
I think our cameraman needs to clean his lens off. That looked a little hazy there.
A little hazy, yeah. Yeah, turn 1 cam not available tonight. We'll hope to have that back next week. I'll if Faris isn't around, I'll see if I can jump on a quick call with him some point over the next few days and get that figured out. Yeah. At least you get to see the race in all its glory.
Yeah. So fun fact, I got to meet Dylan Beveridge and Nick Cohout last weekend at Road America. Absolutely lovely gentlemen. Had a good time.
Awesome.
And then Monday on the way home, we stopped in Chicago to have breakfast with Nick, or brunch, whatever you want to call it, and got to chat for a while. So good time, definitely recommend.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you guys had fun at that IMSA event, and rumors of a Daytona event next, which I've been cleared for duty for, by the way, by the wife. So
GG.
I am down.
Early rumors are that the lawyer is working on his visa.
Yeah, this is excellent news. Excellent news. It'd be lovely to put some faces to the names.
It's wild. Like, just meeting these guys, and you build up this mental image over the years that you've talked to them, and then when you see them, and it's like, well, not even close.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures, and I was like, huh.
Yeah. You're like, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, obviously anyone that streams, you kind of already, I already know what you look like, Turner, so it wouldn't be a surprise. Yeah. Most people know what I look like, so it wouldn't be so much of a surprise. But anyway, we come around the last corner. We're about to be underway here at Valencia. Round 4 of our GT3 Sprint Series. And Rados leads them to the line. We are underway in round 4. No cheesy start line. Maybe we should get one. No, I don't know. Well, do you believe in cheesy start lines?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
There are good ones. There are announcers that have good ones, and they should just have those. Whoa, that is a interesting turn 1.
Yeah, we have a couple of cars running wide. Oh, and we got a big accident at turn 2. That could be cause for a red flag? Maybe? I don't know.
How many of them are there?
Enough.
I'd say about 7 drivers lost position, but I don't know. I mean, you can have a look. We can't show the replay, probably for the best, but Chris, if you want to have a look.
Yeah, let me look
Meanwhile, let's continue as if we were. Rados obviously away at the races. You'd kind of expect that. Billingsley in second, Jackson in third. I'm not sure. Well, can you see, as I look at Muff there in P11, can you see the big winners and losers on?
My actual software is down.
Gotcha.
CCTV will not boot, so fun times.
So Beveridge is down. He's right at the back, so something went on for him. Kahoot I saw in the background, so he definitely got caught up with something as well in the Aston. So those two way down the order. And Carter as well dropped to P13 overall and P5 in silver. So Carter definitely got... Thanks, Blaine.
It's like 7 cars.
I mean, we are underway. It's your call. What do you think?
I think it's just a messy start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What
7
I'm
out,
looking
of, 7 out of 29 is not like...
It's not, yeah. I think
It does
typically
suck,
it's,
especially the incident, the way it did happen, and some of the people that were collected.
yeah.
All I'm going to say is people should know better.
And we will deal out naughty boy points during the week, as we always do. It's a couple of gaps starting to form, but not this one here. This is Barrett being chased by Haslin in a fellow GTR with German and Big right there in the mix as well. So Carter, I'm not sure what happened to Carter, but he's dropped down to P5 in silver. He's also in this chain of cars behind Victor right now. So we've got a couple of groups forming. Dylan Beveridge has gone into the pits, so probably getting that out the way now.
He was, I think, the worst outcome of that. He had quite a bit of damage.
It's German having a look on the inside of Haslin at the last corner, which is a decent place to have a look, but it's a downhill, high-speed left-hander, so it's a little risky. And we're going to go 3 wide. Are we? No, we're not. That's just a camera angle. German tucks in behind. It will be side by side with Carl Big in that Audi, getting the move done at turn 1. That was a beautiful move by Carl there. Victor conducting a bit of a train behind him at the moment. It includes Moffat, Cody, Bezbaroka, Robertson, Moses, Lukey, Ish, Melitti. I mean, it is there's a whole gaggle of drivers in this chain here.
It is a who's who.
It is a who's who of New World Sim Racing.
Yep.
Yeah, Muff running a little bit deep there. Ryan thought about taking a look. Thinks better of it. Now he's gonna have Carter having a look at him.
Oh, and Moffat runs wide again. That Mustang looking really, really tough to handle.
So everybody taking looks here, but the boys are keeping it in line right now.
And this might allow Victor just to build up a little bit of a gap. But the Stang looking a little tough to handle. Got my eyes on Carter here. P13, as I say, he started P1 in silver. Must have got collected in whatever shenanigans went on in the first couple of corners. And we know he's got pace, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got pace, and he's got that big Mustang behind him, and then Chris Moses in the Aston is also there. So I don't know how much these guys have to try to conserve tires or how quickly they're going to wear out, but...
Something happened to Galbinski. He's dropped to P8. I saw Big, Hessen, and Barrett all moved up a spot, so...
Galbinski is getting kind of swallowed up right now. He's got German behind him now.
Yeah,
I wonder if he had an off, because I don't see any damage on his car, so...
It may have just been a running wide incident, but it definitely, I saw 3 drivers benefit from it so far, and German looking to make it 4.
Yeah, he's on an invalid lap, so I'm assuming it was just an off, and he is defending from German.
What about Barrett up in 5th right now in the GTR?
Yeah, fantastic from Barrett. He's got a gap to Daha, but I don't think he'll mind one bit, seeing as he was promoted to gold for Donington, I believe. Chris, is that right? I think it was for Donington.
Yes, I believe so. And he also has Kyle Heslin with him, also in a GTR. So
GTR buddies.
little collusion. You know, Kyle is currently sitting in 1st for silver, and he has a pretty good buffer behind him to Victor. So I mean, I would just tuck in behind Barrett and just hammer out some laps.
Nick Cahoot is on the comeback train. Obviously, after whatever happened to him at turn 1, I did see his pink and yellow Aston off really, really wide at turn 1 on lap 1. He is up now to P25.
Yeah, he was also collected in that turn 1 incident.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Nick trying to make his way past Joey. Joey is next, as you see exactly how wide they all run. Although Joey and Nick both on invalid laps, so that was too wide. You can run very wide at turn 1, just not that wide.
Joey is 100% getting a drive through this race.
There is definitely some artistic interpretation on track limits here at Valencia.
Indeed. Yeah, Zach Heish looking to make a move on Moses right now. I think we've seen these two race quite a bit this season so far. This is one of the Honda gang, Heish. And you see Lukey in the background there as with
Jose Guzman is trying to go around the outside of Lukey there.
Did not work. That Porsche should be really, really nice through some of these corners, but probably a little lacking in others, maybe. I don't know. I haven't driven it here, so.
Well, Lukey just got a dog, so I don't know how much he's practiced.
The lone Porsche on the grid tonight, Lukey, as well.
Yeah. Well, everybody drove the Porsche last season. We had like, what, 10 of them?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a LFM bop here at Valencia. Porsche not a favorable car.
The Porsche was a very Porsche kind track list last season. As Jose runs really wide there, that might be a track cut too.
Yeah. Jose is getting frustrated. Lukey is defending, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Nick Mosley try to sneak it up in there, because Jose keeps running wide and leaving the door open.
Yeah, it's about patience, especially this early in the race, 9 minutes in. Just best to get settled in and see how it goes, as we see Jose give a little flash. I don't think that'll put Lukey off whatsoever as they make their way towards the end of Sector 2.
And this track being technical in nature, I think Fortune is going to favor the pole, because it's a track where defending is quite easy. So eventually somebody's just going to have to, you know, lick the stamp and send it.
And Heish doing exactly that there. Heish sending it at the last corner, takes the inside, really cleanly done. Very, very nice move from Heish. So he's been lining that one up for a couple of laps.
We also have Mark and Carter side by side as well. Carter had a bit of a run wide, so Mark is going to be the inside of turn 1 here.
They are. And the Mustang of Mark Robertson. Mark, obviously,
nice and clean.
Very nice between the pair of them through turn 1. They're side by side into 2. Carter thought about turning in, realized the Stang was there, made an adjustment. And this is where the Stang.
Oh, here comes Zach up the inside.
Yeah, Zach having a look at this too. On the inside of Carter. That might allow Moses. There's a really good move. Zach making moves out there on this lap.
I really feel like with the way that people are taking some of their lines through these corners, it's just giving people opportunities in places where it normally might not make sense, because nobody really understands the lines at Valencia, I'm convinced. Changed my mind.
Further back,
Mosley just got Jose Guzman
and Lukey.
And now Jose is going to have possibly a run here.
Yeah, you did say
trying to stay alongside.
You said Mosley was kind of waiting for that opportunity. Looks like he got it as we were trailing that other group. Lots of action on the last couple of laps, but Jose and Lukey still bumper to bumper.
You know, talk about action that isn't happening right now on track. Rados.
Yeah,
He's
Rados
gone.
is
Rado-
checked out.
He's gone.
Yeah,
He's
Oh,
gone.
Lukey's wide in the final corner. I think.
really wide.
Oh, that's a bit
there's
of a touch.
That was a hell of a rejoin from Lukey, I gotta be honest. But he made
That
it work.
was a bit of a rejoin. They are technically overlapped here.
They are. And
Jose's going to try to outbreaker on the outside.
there's definitely
That's
going to be contact. This was coming
Um,
all day long. And oh my word, it's still going. Calm down,
That's a good
boys.
save from Lukey there.
Oh,
and there's the kill.
There's the kill.
this-
all right,
is this-
boys.
Is this RG Bargy? Is this what? Does this count
I
as RG
mean,
Bargy?
I think that
has it
turned in.
transitioned into something else?
I think that turned into some archie-barchie.
I think that was an intentional murder.
That is going to
might
be
have been a dump and go.
That's going to be looked at a lot midweek, no doubt. That was definitely some frustrations on both counts there, so we'll take a look at that.
Zach Heesh up the inside of Mark Robeson.
Making moves. Heesh is tearing it up right now, up to P13. Where did he start? Does anyone have that information?
I don't think he qualified. I think he started at the back.
Let me see if I can get it from the game client because I can't get it from any kind of like
Yeah.
other data. So Heesh, 27th.
Yeah, so he started way down.
He started in front of
Castro.
Rick and Austin Wall, I believe.
Yeah. So it was Heesh, Luis Castro, Wall, Solani, and Samil.
We got this group here.
Is
Haslin.
Castro's here?
He was just showed up on the quali list.
Oh, he must have joined and then left.
So we still have 29.
Yeah, we haven't lost anybody from Race Start yet.
Yep. There were 31 that showed up on the quali data sheet.
Did Joby not start? I thought I saw Joby's name in here earlier.
Joby did start. He started right next to Victor.
Okay, where is he? I don't see him on my software.
I do not see him in the race.
Okay, so maybe he tagged out early.
Quite possible.
Maybe he got caught up in that. So this group here, anyway, Barrett is leading it with Haslin, German, Galbinski, and there's some position changes going on with Carl Big sitting just behind, kind of one eye on this.
German is super deep. He's going to lose a couple here.
Yeah, Carl will take him on the inside at that hairpin. They'll come down to this awkward right-hander. Where
Ferrari exit, though.
yeah, being on the inside at that corner is not great because it's very bumpy, and the Audi and bumps don't go well, I don't think.
Well, he seems to have survived the washboard approach into that corner, but at the same time, too, I'm kind of curious when it comes to track cuts. Is there any key areas in Valencia where you can kind of get nailed with a twofer?
I don't
bad
know
line.
if you can get a twofer, but you can get them in so many places.
So Victor with a super shallow line through turn one. Ryan's going to have a run on the exit. I think Zach Heesh is going to try to sneak up the inside here as well while Victor's pushed out.
Oh, Victor does have to run wide. That'll allow Zach the opening on the inside into turn 3.
Try to hang it around the outside, not get run off into the sand. It's a long way around the outside there.
Moffat just playing cautious in the background there.
Yeah, Muff is going to sneak up the inside here as well.
Yeah,
Zach
looks-
has opened the door.
Yeah, it looks like Victor's just getting boxed
Yeah,
corner after corner.
Victor is getting bullied here. Oh, and Muff is going to... Oh, that's a triple murder.
Oh,
And we're going to
my
collect
goodness.
about half the field there.
Yeah, it's a good 4 or 5 cars that come into contact there. That's a big one.
Valencia is missing.
Valencia taking no prisoners here. I do think there's going to be some stern messages from the New World parents.
I'm willing to bet we have some quali bans next week. There's going to be points handed out.
Yeah, we don't want to see. Typically, I'd say this is turning out to be one of the spiciest we've seen in some time in terms of contact. But As we got, who's that diving into the pitch, probably with damage? That would be
Mark
Robertson. Yeah, the front of that Stang looking a little sad and scuffed. And
Yeah, we had
the whole side of it too.
Yeah, Moff's car is also trashed. So 2 of the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think.
Not looking good.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those where 2 came together and the resultant mess. There was a lot of cars racing close there. So
Yeah.
chain reaction.
Zach got into one, and then there was another contact behind them, so 3 cars were spun. And, tightly packed field like that, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, still this group of 4, Barrett, Heslin, sorry, Galbinski, and Big. And German. German's still in there as well.
Conducting a train right now. He's getting flashed by Heslin, who I believe is also getting flashed by Galbinski. Because Galbinski wants to get by Heslin to get to Barrett.
Yeah, I mean,
he also has Carl behind him.
And here
so
goes.
Galbinski's going to try to get an exit here.
But good luck against the GTR down the straight.
Yeah. Carl is going super defensive with German following right behind. They're going to tuck back in for turn 1. We have a car exiting the pit. I believe that is Mark Robeson.
It is Mark. The GTRs go pretty wide, but see, that was clean. That was no track on his Heslin. Look to send out the inside.
That is optimistic.
Yikes! That was a full send and a half. That's going to allow the multi-tap racing to go through, and Barrett's going to end up losing 4 spots.
4 spots.
Oh, that GTR sideways.
Yeah, Heslin losing it. A couple of corners later, Barrett and the field are going to get through, are they? This is side by side.
Betrayed by your own GTR, buddy.
Yeah. It was
heavy as the head.
That was an ambitious send, but I mean, he got it done.
Well, he's still trying to get it done.
Yeah, it cost both of them in the end. So Barrett will not be especially happy about that, I don't think.
Oh, I would imagine not. And also, about 5 seconds back from these 2 is the 3rd GTR of Ryan Cody.
Yeah, 8, 9, and 10. I think Ryan will be pretty happy that he's up to P10 with 0 practice, running P2 in silver.
Sorry, Ryan, Milo just cursed you. You're either going to get a DT now.
Yeah, this could be the biggest snipe of the season.
Muffin chat, my bad, I caused a big old wreck.
It was a sizable wreck, Muff. Yeah.
It did be like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you took one out. You took one out, and then there was a chain reaction.
Oh, he's going to get killed into T1.
Was there contact there with Heslin and German?
I'm not sure.
That was tricky to tell if that was a dump and go or if it was just rear brakes getting locked up.
There is a contact between 7 and 22. So.
Well, there we go. There you have it, folks.
Yeah.
The evidence speaks for itself.
Heslin.
And somehow Barrett missed German's spinning car.
Somehow, yeah. Heslin is throwing that GTR around tonight so far.
I mean, it's a big trapezoid.
It is.
Why wouldn't you? It's a shoebox.
Nick Kahoot in chat got DC'd.
That is F in chat.
And murdered twice, yeah.
With Eamon in the pits.
Did we give you a... Yeah, Eamon, I think, just joined the server. Nick, did it give you like a... Did it say anything before you DC'd? I don't see anything on the server side. That's fun.
Interesting.
We rarely get DCs like that.
It's, just sign of a very stable game.
Yeah, Nick, we saw a couple of incidents, including that one. There'll be a lot of things to look at. It's going to be a busy penalty review, and we're only 20 minutes into the race.
Yeah, we still have 40 minutes to go. I'm sure Nick will be at penalty review.
Yeah, Landon Wall fighting with Joey Meliti here in the Battle of the Hondas. We've got Carter, Jose, Joey, Landon, and Austin all in the Honda. 5 Hondas in a row from position 15 to 20.
Another off track for Joey Maletti. So I wonder if that's another warning.
It does seem like the back end of the Honda is struggling around here. Okay, there it goes again.
It is loose. Definitely looks loose.
Yep.
Well, that's just Joey. Joey has a looser end.
Are we still talking about racing?
If you know, you know. I have to hit my quota. I have a quota
I gotcha.
inappropriate jokes I have to make.
Yeah, it's part of our sponsorship deal.
Yeah, and Joey will appreciate that one. He'll be like, nice.
Landon's doing a really good job of not going in the back end of Joey. I said that now, and Joey's going to die in a minute.
Yeah. Any
100%.
second. Yeah.
I mean, keep the pressure on him. You try to force him into a mistake. I mean, it's Joey. He's not driving a Corvette. He's driving a Honda.
5 Hondas in a row, 15 to 19th, and 4 of them are battling each other. So Carter and Jose, and then Landon and Joey.
Talking about Hondas that are not battling anyone, Brados. Man's running low 31s. He's been in the 30s. He's got a 30.540 for his best lap.
Yeah, he's getting the full Max Verstappen treatment today. No broadcast time whatsoever.
Well, he also has Greg Billingsley, first race this season, comfortably P2.
Yeah,
It
true.
is a comfortable spread in the top 2. Not the top 3, however. Mike Jackson is very large in the mirror of Daher right now.
Yeah, so one of the multi-tap boys at least having a good time of it right now, sitting in a podium spot in the gold split. Quite a way behind Billingsley, but yeah, he's got in a fight with Mike Jackson, so at least these two have a good battle going. Galbinski in P5, pretty quiet for him. Carl Big got through a bunch of early traffic and is now sitting P6.
Oh, so Landon Wall has dropped off the back of Joey's car and is now being attacked by Austin Wall, of relation.
Mm-hmm.
Brother against brother.
I think they're cousins.
For the ages.
I think they're cousins, but I think they get to fight over who gets to kill Joey.
As we flick back to Jose Guzman making a move on Carter, Bezbaroka gets it done on the last corner, and they'll head down to T1 with Jose putting Moses under pressure now.
Yeah, Moses carrying damage from that earlier incident in which a car spun in front of him and there was nowhere to go.
Jose giving him the flashes as well. Ryan Cody into the pits. As I say, a good race brewing for Ryan.
We are close to that magical moment where people start coming in for their scheduled pit stops.
Miller in P20 has Rick Simley
Austin
on his heels.
Austin Moore makes the move on Landon Moore as we flick over to...
Ooh, Landon with a big drift.
Yeah, Landon definitely trying to keep that Honda in check. Austin takes the spot. So Moses, Guzman, and Carter. Pretty close battle. You've got Joseph German behind Mosley. As we see German running quite wide into turn 1, trying to get that exit.
Jose's going to try to send it here up the inside. I don't know that there's a lot Moses can do with the damage on his car.
Yeah, as we saw, there's that Heesh box in front. Joseph German and Mosley continue this Ferrari battle with Bruno Castaldini sitting behind in B9, just waiting to see what happens here.
Galbinski just pit from P5.
Kind of curious with the way the field has been kind of like stacked and battling this whole time, where Galbinski's going to cycle out relative to the rest of the field. I think he's going to have to come out in some form of traffic
Yeah, there's about 2 spots where there isn't just a bunch of traffic, and one of them is in front of Rados
And behind Rados. Yeah.
and behind Rados. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Further down the order, we got Robertson and Lukey here. Both of these drivers have pit.
Gabinski filtered out right in front of Rados in turn 1.
You see Lukey runs really wide. That's going to allow Robertson the move on the outside as they head down the hill towards the final corner. Lukey will have the inside still, but will the Mustang get the run?
I mean, Lukey has damage on the front of the Porsche, so I don't know that there's a whole lot he can do here against the Mustang.
Yeah, the Stang looking strong coming down the straight towards turn 1. I don't think Lukey's going to fight it much.
And Mark has fixed his car, so he's got full aero.
Lukey did take all of the room available at turn 1.
Yeah, the double left here is going to allow Mark to go and pull in front.
Hey. Somebody trying to get you guys some best viewers.
Oh, snap.
Mike Jackson, Carl Big, Moses, Landon Wall all into the pits.
Sad.
And yeah, lots of pit stops now starting to happen. Here is Rados, race leader. Last lap, a 31-1.
Well, German has gone from attacking to defending.
Yeah.
He has a big old Bentley right behind him.
Bruno Casaldini. In that Bentley. Lone Bentley as well tonight.
I think he is the only registered Bentley in the series this season.
We got Daher going into the pits now.
Yeah, another multi-tap boy heading into the pits.
Landon Wall stop go 30. I'm assuming is speeding in the pit lane.
So Landon, yeah, Landon's struggles continue tonight. Mike Jackson is back out from his pit stop and turning laps again. Miller ahead of him and Simile, so he'll look to get past them as quickly as possible. The rest of the field spread out quite a way now. Miller and Simile, in fact, the closest battle on track, be 14-13, and Miller goes into the pits.
I'm interested to see what the gap is going to be like between Daher and Jackson once Daher cycles out of the pits.
Yeah, Daher is leaving now, so he is in front of Rick Simile.
So he does stay out in front of Jackson, but the battle is still close.
Yeah, 1.2, but Mike has to get past Rick. So depending on how hard Rick makes that, it's going to give Daher some breathing room.
Yeah, so Daher still sitting net P3, you would think.
He gets out of the way.
Rick's a good guy. Big fan of Rick.
Seppuku Landscaping.
Lukey gets past Landon Wall on the straight.
Oh, there's a drive-through.
Oh, Austin Wall, DT number 1.
DT number 1 for those that are tracking that in the chat.
Just come out of the pit. Did you get a drive through going into the pit? So both of the walls with penalties.
Indeed, Hutch makes a move. He's up to P24 in the Audi. I think he got caught in some of that lap 1 stuff, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, the turn 1 thing.
Yeah, so Hutch is making his way back up through the field in the Audi. Ishish, who had a really good start to the race, started down near the bottom and we saw him making many a move, and then unfortunately was hit and spun, so he's working his way back through the field again. Currently looking to get past Moses, same class, same split, so game on. and gets it done. Run a little wide, but he does get the move done, so he's up to P19.
Landon Wall's cars all over the shop.
Rados and Billingsley both in the pits. That's 1 and 2.
Landon's gonna need to. Okay, he's gonna dive in. I was gonna say he's running out of time to serve that penalty before he gets disqualified.
I think Moses thought about having another look at Heesh there, like to try and have a go at taking that back, but I think Heesh has shown, what are their lap times? Yeah, Heesh's best is a 31.7. Moses a 32.4, so I think Heesh has shown he's got the pace to climb away from that battle. Bruno Castelldini on Ryan Cody is next. Bentley on GTR.
Well, the leaders have pit, so Rados has already completed his pit. Billingsley is leaving the pit lane now, right behind Bruce Hopkins. Bruce got a stop go 30. So practice your pit stops, boys.
Yes, Suti, yeah. We red badges were initiation only this season, and then we've amalgamated them with silver. So we're down to 2 splits now.
There was not enough pace difference between bronze and silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were running out of bronze drivers.
I should sign up next season so I can bring bronze, make bronze great again.
Hutch has caught Lukey, so Audi on Porsche.
Mosley and Jose lost some spots there. Was that pit related? I saw a whole bunch of flashing arrows. My end.
It's quite possible.
It's a Bruno Castelldini continues his battle with Ryan. He did get past Ryan, but I think something happened because the order all changed again.
Landon still has a stop go 30. Did he get another one?
I believe
he's going back into the pits.
He didn't serve it then somehow,
Well,
or didn't erase it maybe.
Did he not?
I think he might have got one. I don't know.
Did he get one?
He might have got one
clearing the pit?
leaving. He might have got one leaving.
Oh no.
Question mark? I have no idea.
Maybe exiting the pit stall.
I'm confused.
If you were bronze in season 1,
It's a mystery.
Suti, yeah, you can absolutely come back. You'd be silver. You'd be in the silver split with
Oh,
yeah.
you just get upgraded for joining now? Oh man, now I really got to sign up.
So
I can tell all my friends I'm a silver driver.
Yeah, the bronze drivers that we had, like Miller and Rick and and guys like that, they're still out there racing. They have a silver badge now.
Yeah, so among the sort of three at most 4 bronze drivers we had, they are, love the Flames livery. Who's driving that? That is Austin Wall.
Austin Wall.
Yeah, that is Austin.
Yeah, Austin Wall with the Calgary Flames livery. In case you
The
doubt,
only driver so far to get a drive-through.
he is indeed.
Yeah.
Bruno and Ryan. This battle continues.
Mm-hmm.
Nissan GTR versus Bentley. Big boy cars.
Yeah, I wonder if Ryan is gonna fight this at all, or if he's just gonna let Bruno go. Because Ryan currently P2 in silver. Has no reason to fight Bruno.
Well, Bruno got past him, so he didn't fight it, but then something happened that enabled Ryan to get the spot back. So maybe, what are their lap times? Comparative best lap times, 32.3 for Ryan, 31.7 for Bruno. So yeah, Bruno has the ability, pace-wise.
On paper. Yeah.
A lot of gaps have formed now after the really frantic opening 20-25 minutes.
This is kind of what I was expecting to see. I was expecting the field to kind of stretch out and space themselves out relative to one another, but we really had really good close pockets of intense racing action in that first half.
We did, yeah. We got Heesh and Joseph German about to do battle. Honda and Ferrari. Jose is also in the mix for this. All three of these drivers have been involved in quite a lot of racing already today. Joseph running P12.
Jose just put in his fastest lap of the race last lap of 31.2. So he's got pace. He's just been super aggressive and trying to look in every corner to make an overtake, and it's cost him by running wide and losing some spots.
I'm noticing a trend here, turn 4 in particular. Like the first right-hander on the course, definitely seeing the Hondas losing the back end a little bit. A lot of sliding.
Speaking of that, as you said, that Landon Wall actually took his Honda for a spin towards the middle of Sector 2.
That's on the exit of turn 5. So is there something going on in that corner for the NSX?
Yeah, maybe setup dependent. Zach continues to try and work an opening on German, and Jose closes even closer. Wide. In the toe, will he attempt the look at turn 1? He won't. Joseph German running very wide there. It was valid though. It was valid. See, this is what I mean. Like, turn 1 in Valencia is like, who decides if it's valid or not?
Yeah,
you know? It's a flip of the coin.
do you make it to turn 2 or not? That is the determining factor of whether or not you get a track limits violation. Because if it's like you exit turn 1 and you come back at turn 3, you're doing something fishy. We're gonna dock you.
So Bruno has gotten by Ryan, and now Nick Mosley is on the back end of Ryan's car. Another gold driver, so I don't know.
You say Ryan running P2 in silver with quite the gap behind him, so no need for Ryan to get caught up in anything, as you say.
Yeah, there's 5 gold drivers between him and Carter.
Yeah. Mike Jackson had the gap to Daha down to about 4/10. It's opened up a little bit again.
Barrett with the flash on Heslin, and then the send into the final corner.
A little payback.
So I will say this about Carter, though. There is some space between Carter and Ryan, but Carter is running about 4/10 delta. So if Cody keeps letting these pro drivers around, that buffer is gonna go away before the end of this race.
Mosley is through, and then next is that group of 3, German, Heish, and Guzman. Ryan will not want to get himself in the middle of that.
So Ryan is playing a dangerous game, because if you let one gold driver through, but you don't let another one through,
yeah,
we're gonna be like, hey, what the heck, man? Why are we playing the favorites here? Also, Victor Leachy with the drive-through.
Oh, that's number 2.
So I'm expecting the Alta F4, but no, he's actually going to drive into the pits.
German does make the move on Ryan Cody. Ryan's not going to fight that too much to the outside line. German will take the inside into the next corner. And there it is. And now will come Zach Heish. And as you say,
almost stuck it in there.
Yeah, now Heish and Guzman are not going to want to sit behind.
If you're not on the straight, the front straight, it is a very awkward course to try and let drivers around.
It is, yeah.
So it is, everybody is basically trying to figure out like how to undo a bra every corner. It is very tricky business.
That's why I keep a pair of scissors in my back pocket at all times.
That odd delivery.
Heish and Jose are both, I think Ryan, I have a feeling Ryan's going to just lift a fraction maybe here. He might not, but I feel like he might. Heish gets in front. No, he doesn't, and Jose will tuck him behind, so Ryan will run ever so wide.
Ryan, don't get a drive through.
That was extremely wide, and now he allows the room for Jose to go through. And
a little bit of a bump there on exit.
So now the buffer to Carter is only Moses. Chris Moses in the number 48 Aston is the only thing that separates Ryan from Carter Bez Barocca.
Yeah, and Carter put in a 31.5, his fastest lap of the race so far.
And he was sitting at around 10 seconds of a gap, and that has just crumbled.
Absolutely
It is now
vanished
about 6 seconds, a little more, 6.5.
Yeah, whilst all that was going down, Suti with the sub for 3 months. Thank you for that.
Rick Simley might have a look here into turn 1 on Miller. He's going to pull out.
Had a look.
Not quite overlapped. Miller's going to run wide, and Rick is going to run super shallow, give each other a ton of room. Rick
will
up
go
the inside.
At turn
There's
2.
definitely enough space for the Holy Spirit there.
Yeah, glad to see those guys having a battle though. Miller in P23 at the moment, but still in a decent spot. When he looks down at the silver drivers behind him, Miller can be quite happy with that, seeing as he's just lost that red badge and been given a silver one.
Yeah, he's only like P6 or 7, I think.
Yep.
Is it just a rear engine thing? I saw both Rick and one of the trailing is that a trailing Lambo get kind of tilted on the exit of turn 4. So I think the intersection of Valencia pretty tricky for your mid-engine cars.
Yeah, Bruno Casaldini up to P8, got around Carl Heslin in the GTR. So Bentley now separating Barrett and Heslin. Jose Guzman still working at Zach Heish. And they're both very similar lap times. Jose did have a little run there, but not enough to make a move on the outside. And they'll reset and go again as they head towards the end of Sector 2. It's a very short Sector 3 here, which includes that horrible, awkward right-hander with the bumps, a long sweeping left, and the last corner. From the blackout pit wall, car number 8, second warning for the Audi.
He's
How
fine.
big? He's fine.
He's fine.
Fun
At Donington,
fact,
he had like 3 in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, fun fact, I did a 6-hour Valencia endurance race with Blackout last year sometime, and we finished P3, and we had 3 warnings for like 4.5 hours.
Oh, that's a little bit of a touch through turn 1.
Yep.
Between Heish and Jose.
Little door bang. Jose recovered well, actually. Didn't lose much time. But it will fan the flames of this, what is already a close battle and has been for a number of laps now. Barrett has 3. Ooh. Okay. All right. I dare say there's a few people on 3. We're at 2 so far, which means I'm on track to win channel points.
There are a few. I'm going to take that to mean 3. So if you guys would go ahead and cash in so I can make a profit on my 186 channel points, I'd appreciate it.
Wilp has kids to feed. Come on.
I mean, it's a tried and true formula. Call a race for New World, races at Valencia.
Jose all out of sorts. Runs through the sand, just pushing just a little bit too much.
Trying to get that move done. Yeah, just as that happened, I had gone over to our race leader for a rare look at Andrew Rados in the Honda.
He's still driving?
He is still driving.
Thought he'd traveled through time and just won the race already.
He has a
He's, still doing
14.8
30s.
second, 14.8 second lead.
Chris Moses around Ryan Cody, so the last of the buffer is gone, and Carter is about half a second back.
Yeah, so Ryan Cody now under threat for second. I suspect he'd happily take any podium here, so I don't know that he'll be too upset if Carter does get through. Carter obviously trying to make up for it because he had a phenomenal grid position today. And obviously it all went wrong on lap 1.
Jose and Zach are side by side again. I wish we had the other camera working because we have 2 battles brewing.
I know, it's super annoying. And Barris, we need you.
Because we also have Nick Mosley on Kyle Heslin for P9.
I'm kind of interested to see how this fight goes to the end of the race because Jackson is only 2 seconds back from Daher, so it has grown a little bit, the gap, but it's still, he's keeping him in touch.
Jose Guzman had got the gap down to a 10th and then got all kinds of wild on the exit of, I don't know what corner that, let me see if I can tell you the name of that corner. I think it was Curva Nieto.
Talking about the hairpin?
Yeah, turn 6, I believe.
Yeah, if so,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Turn 6, I believe. Jose again. So this Guzman and Heish battle. Oh, Carter. Ryan has caught up to Moses as well. So game on right now for second and third in silver as Carter gets a little loose on the rear end. At turn 3. And Ryan's getting a little loose there as well, so it's getting spicy. Obviously, it is 39 degrees track temp, and again, Carter's Honda loose in that dirty air. And
Jose Guzman's about to be alongside Zach Heish. Oh, that's a bump.
Keeps it. They
they're
both
gonna-
keep it going.
Gonna reset. I think Jose is gonna squeak by here.
Yep.
He is indeed. And at the same corner, just behind them, Carter gets past Ryan Cody on the inside. And then runs all kinds of...
Oh my God.
Wow,
The save.
that was a save by Carter.
Yep.
Those bumps will do that on that right-hander there.
Bullet asks, where did Galbinski qualify today? Up towards the front. Wasn't he 4th or 5th or something like that?
I'll go get the data. Just one moment.
I feel like he was quite high. Yeah, he's currently
'Cause it
running
was-
P5.
5th.
It was 2 Hondas, and then it was Mike Jackson.
Speaking of
2
Mike,
Hondas, 3 Ferraris, and then Barrett in a GTR was the top 6.
speaking of Mike Jackson, here he is, and he's running P4. He's about 1.6 back from Daher. Now, Daher had opened that gap up to about 2 seconds. Mike might be chipping away at it, hopefully. See if he can get himself a shot at the podium. Further down the field, Victor Lacey having a look at Miller. Lamborghini on Beamer that gets loose.
Miller with the save?
That corner is starting to produce some exciting drifting.
Yeah,
As
Victor
Victor,
had the drive-through earlier, so a bit of a redemption drive.
Carter going past Moses now, so Carter's up to P14 overall. And solidifies his P2 in silver at the moment.
Joseph German with the dive on Heslin. I don't think Heslin fought that at all.
No.
I think Heslin is in survival mode here.
Yeah, they got Nick Cahoot there. Obviously, unfortunately, Nick in P29. He's at least he stayed in
Bruno
the
with
race.
a big wobble.
Turn 1 caught him out.
Yeah, the
Back end
exit.
started to step. I think that's going to give Barrett some breathing room there.
Yeah, Barrett P7, having himself a decent race as well. He's Carl Big as well, another one who's had a quiet race once he got through that early traffic. Bullet in chat says the tires are toast for car 8. So
I would imagine that's the case for pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're starting to see the lap time starting to grow.
It is 39C on track right now.
So yeah,
spicy,
toasty.
spicy meatballs.
It's a typical iRacing lobby out there right now.
Yeah.
We're going to have some people driving on some tomatoes.
That may, and that'll also contribute to some of the drifting that we're seeing. Although the bumps on this right-hander that's coming up right now, we're looking at Heslin, who's 7/10 back from Joseph German. This is the closest battle, and that GTR does indeed drift the right-hander as if to make my point for me.
Somebody cue the Tokyo Drift music.
Yeah, that was a hell of a drift there from that GTR.
I mean, all the battles have dissolved. I think everybody is just in survive to the end of the race mode.
Yeah, they have this no real small gaps. I mean, Hessling, the German, 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, that's the closest
that is.
one.
Jackson's keeping Daher within 1.5 thereabouts.
Yeah, 8 minutes to go. So things could change.
I need more drive-throughs, otherwise I'm going to be homeless.
Oh, that GTR is struggling, and Hessling is holding on to this thing every corner right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that cost him another 4/10 to German in front.
I think Hessling just had a bit of a slide.
So here's Rados, leads by 16.5 seconds. And just loving life right now out there in Valencia.
Yep. Just managing the pace. Last lap was a 31.1, so, you know,
I mean,
peasant pace.
yeah. Washed.
Yeah.
Dipped below the 30 or above the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, who haven't we really checked in with? Who's that? Hutch is, apart from the beginning, Hutch is at a fairly uneventful race. PA team right now, Robertson ahead of him, Lukey behind.
Yeah, I mean, looking down the list, like we have mentioned everybody in a battle at some point in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody's been there.
Nobody's had this, oh, I'm just gonna, hot lap by myself for an hour type thing. I mean, Carl is the closest one that I can think of to just chilling out and hammering out laps. I mean, Jose is going to try to make it spicy again. He's now caught Hessling with about 7 minutes to go. So 2 Crazy Rabbits boys fixing to go at it. I would imagine that Kyle is probably not going to make this difficult.
I don't know if he can. I
Yeah.
think the back end of that GTR is just unsettled basically every corner.
I think his tires
break wide there.
I think his tires are just toast.
I
Absolutely.
mean, he let him through and the car looked like it wanted to over-rotate.
Yeah. So Jose gets himself up to P11. And yeah, Kyle will try to hang on, but I just he might get under pressure from Heesh next, who's had some pace today as well. Eventful race for him.
Well, Kyle has Carter about 5 seconds or so back from him.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a survival moment for Kyle.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kyle's
Carter's car does not look stable at all.
It doesn't, but he's not cranking out slow laps relative to
yeah, he's
Kyle.
not. He could catch him at this rate.
Yeah, he could definitely catch him at this rate. I think Heesh could catch him at this rate. Like it is. Well, I mean, they're not in the same class, but it is definitely going to be down to Kyle trying to manage pace as much as possible. Try not to lose too much in a battle with Heesh. That's what could make the race for Carter.
Yeah, if Heesh catches Kyle and Kyle tries to let him, and lets him go, that's still going to cost him time.
But it's probably going to cost him more time if he fights it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I think if he just lets Zach go, if Zach gets there, it's probably going to be like a last lap battle between Carter and Kyle for the win.
Oh.
And that's if Carter can get there.
Just as you said that, I switched over to Carter. This is P2 in silver, guys, for those that are watching. But he had a drift, beautiful drift there. I'll tell you what, Barrett, you'll want to save the replay because there's some good footage in here for your video editing skills.
That's why I said if he gets there, because that car does not look fun to drive right now.
It doesn't. He did an invalid 32.3 though last lap. So Barrett, if he's not that close to a drive-through, he is lapping over a second and a half quicker than Hessling, with just under 5 minutes to go. There's enough. He could get there, but he's got to keep it on track and not die.
Yeah, he's got what, like three or four laps to go, because Rados is about to round the final corner.
the interval between Jackson and Daher has now touched 1 second.
Yeah, so Mike is chipping away. He did a invalid 32.4 last lap, 4/10 quicker than Daher. And there you can see one Ferrari eyeing up another. Galbinski, another multi-tap Ferrari in P5. So the multi-tap boys, strong showing again at the front today, same as Donington.
Yeah, we placed them correctly. 3 track limits for Barrett.
It's like Heslin has found something to hang on to in that car. But also, I think a little bit of kind of inconsistency from Carter. The gap started to grow a little bit.
Yeah, we're back up to a full 5 seconds now. Yeah, I mean Carter is just wobbling on every corner exit.
Yeah, Mike's got the gap down to 7/10. Heesh is closed on Heslin, but as you say, not for a class battle, but...
Yeah, Mike is there.
Yeah, Mike is there. Mike is almost a half second faster than Daher last lap.
Yeah, so maybe slightly better tire management from Mike, perhaps. Who knows? But both in the same car. Yeah, Daher has lost a little bit of time, and Mike has done a 31.9 last lap. So
Well, Mike's on an invalid lap, so I think he's adopted the valid laps only matter in qualifying approach.
gotcha.
Or I've got speed tokens to spend, so I'm gonna push and not really police myself too much. Bruno is 8/10 back from Barrett.
Indeed.
7/10 back.
Chemo in chat there. Yep, Kyle, lean in. He's hanging on for dear life to that GTR. We've seen it drifting in these hot temps, and he's taking it quite easy, I think. Just trying to survive the last couple of minutes.
Jose Guzman has caught Joseph German. We're gonna have a couple of last lap or two battles here.
Yeah, we have Moffat on Miller as well further down, and they've got Mosley waiting to get by them as he goes for a drift. We're getting some beautiful shots of these cars drifting.
Mike Jackson invalid once again in Sector 1.
Yeah, Eamon has, for those in chat wondering, Eamon has not run a lap. He joined the lobby. I'm not sure why, but he joined after the race had begun, and I don't think we allow anyone to do that. I don't think you can drive out, right? I'm not sure how that...
I mean, you can. The game can't stop you, but...
So the rule is 80% of total race distance run. So if you've come in after a certain amount of laps, like,
there's no point.
it's basically pointless.
So the leader, Rados,
Last lap?
Rados on the last lap. Mike Jackson, 6/10.
This is it. This is do or die for Jackson. He's got to figure
yeah.
out where he's going to find the time in this one final lap. Same with Castledini. 3/10.
Yeah, and Barrett has traffic. It is Dylan Beveridge in front in the Mustang.
Yeah, this is it from Mike. 1 lap to go. Castaldini on Barrett for P7 is a potential battle. It's actually quite close. And yeah, Jose Guzman and Joseph German within 3/10 of one another. Can Bruno have a look at P7 for the multi-tap team?
Oh, here comes Jose. Jose's going to have a look here. He's going to try to stick the nose in. A little touch on German.
Oh,
And they
That's
are
unfortunate.
parked. Oh, Zach Heesh and Kyle Heslin narrowly avoid.
yeah, and that's as Heesh got past Heslin as that all happened as well. So I was watching, I'd flick back to Heslin as Heesh was about to go around him, and yeah, with that incident there on the last corner.
So Rados across the line for the win.
Dominant win for Rados.
Mike Jackson 4/10 back.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. This is
Three
a hard
corners
part
to
of the
go.
track.
Sector
to
3.
pass.
Yeah, Billingsley will take a comfortable P2. Daha will take the podium spot, or will he? There's one corner left. Can Mike find something here? It's going to be tough for sure. He's going to have to late break him.
Yeah, Ferrari on Ferrari. They both get a good
Yeah.
exit.
I think that's it. Daha will hang on for P3. Great battle between those two at times today. So Mike Jackson will have to settle for P4. Galbinski, quiet race for him. He'll come around the last corner and finish P5.
I think Barrett's just hanging on for dear life. Castledini has a wobble.
Yeah. I think that might secure it for Barrett if he can just get a good exit here. Get the
Carl-
toe from Beveridge.
Yeah, Carl Big will cross P6. Barrett makes it round the last corner. Bruno behind him. Yeah, Beveridge ahead, as you say, for the toe. And that will be P7 for Barrett, P8 for Castaldini. And Mosley will cross the line in P9. He shoots out a really eventful race, P10. And German, good stuff from him.
Jose Guzman trying to get by Carter at the line.
As that happened, Heslin wins the silver. Carter takes P2 in silver. And Brian Cody takes P3 to round out the podium drivers.
That's a bump.
Yeah, post-race contact will be reviewed, guys. Don't forget.
Yep.
We will
If you
review
are
it.
frustrated about something that happened during the race, go take a walk.
That is a big gain. P15 to P6. Congrats to Carl on that one.
Yeah, big one. Big one
Barrett
for
with
Carl.
some quality donuts.
Joby says Honda's on turn 1. Yeah, so Joby, did you bail at lap 1? I realized you weren't there a few laps in, and I just wasn't sure when you dropped out. But man, it was a really action-packed
eventful.
race. Yeah,
That was eventful.
yet again.
You're not getting these Barrett donuts.
Oh, am I not? I'm sorry, Barrett. Here you go. Here's Barrett's donuts.
They're delicious.
That sounds like we're advertising a place,
Tastes like victory.
but we're not. We're not. I assure you.
Put some powdered sugar on that.
Exactly. Barrett's donuts. Only sold in Japan.
So next week, Paul Ricard.
Ah, Paul Richards.
Yeah, Paul Richards.
The boys get to stretch their legs after Valencia.
Yeah, I mean, who will that track favor? I wonder.
The GTR,
GTR should have fun.
the Mustang probably. I mean, the front engine cars are gonna do well. I imagine the Honda, the VTEC will kick in.
I mean, the Stang will, but it's gonna Sector 1 and Sector 3 are not gonna be fun for that car. I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's gonna suffer.
Yeah,
Much
long
everywhere
straight, long.
Yeah.
But
How many people die on the exit of the Mistral Straight?
Oh, how many drive-throughs did we end up today? 2, right?
two.
I think
Pay
it was
out
2.
that prediction. I
So,
think I
yeah,
get
I'm
points.
gonna be broke. So
Yeah.
please DM me your sympathy.
It was only 2, but it was just the 2, which means I'm pretty sure I get the.
I think they just got stop goes. I don't think either
Yeah.
one of them got a DT. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was one of the walls and Nick, yeah. And the other wall got a stop and go. I made 62.8 thousand.
63,000 channel points compared to 1 viewer.
That'll be me.
Oh, man. I hope you choke on my 186 points.
I'm
Feel
gonna
like that's collusion.
I'm gonna spend
Race fixing.
I'm gonna spend your
The
points
drama.
right now with the skin on skin redemption.
We're gonna need a 50% point tax for your capital gains.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was a fun race, and I look forward in trepidation to the penalty review midweek, Chris.
Oh, that's gonna be brutal.
And Le Castellet next week.
Yep.
They're going to France.
Yes,
Oui,
we
oui.
are. All right, guys, have yourselves a great evening. I'm going to roll out with the intro vid. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Peace.
Every
Sunday
Sunday
for 60 minutes.
we
We
are
are
free.
Sharing passion.
Pushing
the
the
limits.
pushing the limits.
This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
From the twists and turns of mighty Mount Panorama to the cold green pastures of Donington Park, from the sizzling heat of Valencia to the famous Brickyard at Indianapolis, reaching an unforgettable climax at the notorious green hell of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, it's time for Season 3 of the 2024 New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Join us live on Twitch, Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Drivers, start your engines.